Alright, so recently, I think it was like a couple days ago, the brand new Spider-Man suit was just released, and I'm gonna be saying some things that I like about it. Starting with the web shooters, we have like the classic web shooters back, and I'm so excited for it. It looks really comic accurate. The next thing I want to talk about is the suit. I'm gonna put it up on screen for you guys. So right now, what you guys are seeing is the new suit for the new movie, and it looks real good. Now, if you noticed back where the logo, you can rewind it if you want and pause, but the logo looks a little more like Tobey Maguire's logo. And I'm not gonna put it up on screen right now because my phone's acting up, won't let me download images. I had to screenshot that. But just look it up. It looks really similar along with Andrew Garfield's longer logo. Now let's talk about the back logo. As you can see, it kind of looks like Andrew Garfield's logo more than Tobey Maguire's. If you've ever seen the Amazing Spider-Man 2 logo, you know what I'm talking about. Now let's talk about the mask. Now let's see the mask. The mask right here, if you can, as you see from the lenses looks way different. They're a little smaller than the Far From Home lenses, which I actually kind of like. I was kind of hoping though for a wide lenses, kind of like Ultimate Spider-Man lenses. You know how they're all wide and everything, or like Todd McFarlane lenses. But we didn't get that, but I really like the new ones. Even though we don't have wide lenses like not Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, but they're also not super small like Tobey Maguire's are. I think they're like the perfect size for this new Spider-Man. I don't know. It just looks real good and it goes great with the suit on. So far I'm liking everything about this. Another thing to point out new about the suit is the different fabric that they chose to use. In the original Final Swing clip, the blue looks shiny and it has the same line pattern like the Far From Home suit. This time, they changed the pattern though to a more brick textured or pattern fabric. So that is like an obvious reference to the Tobey Maguire and to the what is it called? Andrew Garfield suit. Another thing that's like Andrew Garfield is another clip of the suit. We can see Tom Holland has an attached mask like at the neck, which is obviously what Andrew Garfield has. You can just look it up. But yeah, it's what he had, and it's what they're doing for the new suit too. But then again, this also may not be the actual suit that we see in behind the scenes. They could be either rehearsing or they probably could be shooting a scene. But we don't know if it's the beginning or the end, maybe even the middle, because movies directors, they tend to film not in order. They don't go from beginning all the way to end. Sometimes they film like very out of order and then they just put it together after. Aside from the new suit and everything, there's also going to be a lot more villains in this new movie. The new villains are going to be Tombstone, Scorpion, Boomerang. I believe one thing I heard is Tarantula, and there's half man and half cyborg guy that's gonna be in there. And yeah, I'm really excited for this because they're bringing back some low-level thugs from the comics, like Boomerang, for example. No one really knows about Boomerang, and granted, I don't either, but I'm glad that they're at least bringing a couple from the comics, along with Tarantula. I actually have a Tarantula and Spider-Man comic. I've never read it, but I'm sure Tarantula is kind of like Spider-Man, but worse. He pretty much has like this bandana around his eyes, and no, he's not Gojo from freaking Jujutsu Kaisen, but he has like this bandana around his top head, and then he has like this long Mac Gargan logo, spider logo. I've don't really care for him too much. And another main character in this new movie will be Punisher. Jon Bernthal is coming back as Punisher for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and I can't wait for it. Granted, I've never seen Punisher, but I've definitely seen Jon Bernthal in like the Punisher suit. And if you are watching this and you don't know who Jon Bernthal is, and you can't picture him as Punisher, you know the guy who's sitting in the chair and he's like, no, wait. That's Jon Bernthal. I think that's Jon Bernthal, right? Okay, rest assured, I just looked it up. Yes, Jon Bernthal is the guy who goes, no, wait, and the accountant too. Anyways, back to Spider-Man talk. And they have Scorpion. And granted, Scorpion is a more well-known villain, but he's never been in a Spider-Man movie except Homecoming. And he was really wasted on Homecoming because he was like there in the end part of the movie, and it was like, oh my god, Scorpion, and then he wasn't even in any of the movies, nor was he even like, oh yeah, what about Scorpion? Is not there. And this will now be the first actual serious Spider-Man movie for Tom Holland. Yes, we did have Homecoming, but let's just be honest, that was more of like a Tony Stark mentoring film. And Far From Home, he wasn't even in New York, which is where Spider-Man should be. And No Way Home it did pretty much focus on him, but it mainly took other people's attention away from him and on to like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. And I can't lie, I wasn't really focusing on Tom either. And I am excited for Brand New Day though, because he finally gets like this first serious film, and this director, like, I'm just so happy with him because he's bringing low-level comic thugs, and he's also bringing like giving him an actual comic accurate yet based off of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield suit. It's looking good. I have high hopes for this movie. I can't wait for it, and this is basically the rundown for the new suit. Yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you want. Comment down below who your favorite Spider-Man actor is, whether it's Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland. Peace. Oh, and by the way, the game I'm playing is Untangled in VR. You can get it for free.